Hey guys, welcome back to Red Devil TV. Let's talk about Manchester United, guys. We've just witnessed a couple of days ago a poor defeat to Brighton, and I need to talk about these players. I need to talk about, look, who's good enough, who's not good enough, who should stay, who should go, because essentially after a very good win against Brentford, we expected to get a good win against Brighton and end the season off well, but no. What did we see? We saw Man United that we've seen this season. Bad performances, bad defensive performances, not enough service, midfield getting run over. Guys, in that game versus Brighton, I mentioned it in my previous video. I had thought that there's a chance McFred should have started. But then I was in two minds. I thought, no, Matic and Matic should start because we need to create chances. We need to be better in possession. And that's who I wanted to start. You need to start a winning team. That's what Ralph said throughout this whole season. You need to start a winning team. And I was glad he done that. But when you got McFred, who come on after in the second half, and we still concede 3 goals, what does that show? That none of these players are good enough. We still would have struggled with Mata and Matic on the field because their press was too much for us. And it's a shambles. It shows how we've been this whole season. And look, a couple of these players we need to talk about because many of them are not good enough for this team. In my opinion, Ronaldo should go. Yeah, he should go because next season we've got Europa League. We might not even get Europa League now. If West Ham win a couple games, Wolves, they drew to Chelsea a couple of days ago as well. We might not be in Europa League, and I guarantee, so I'm already having the feeling that he might not stay even if we get Europa League. So imagine if we get Conference League, he's definitely going. There's no point Ronaldo staying. Go to PSG, get your last 2 years at PSG, try and win the Champions League with PSG because simply he doesn't deserve to end his career like this. Yes, he still needs to win a World Cup. Maybe he's going to be focused on that, and he'll have a chilled season next season for Man United. But knowing his mentality, he's probably going to want to play in the Champions League like he has ever since 2002. So look, for me, there's no point Ronaldo staying. Fullbacks, we need fullbacks because Luke Shaw at his best, yes, maybe he suits the Ten Hag system. Tellez, not good enough defensively. He struggles everywhere. Delo, I don't know about Delo anymore. I thought Delo was good enough and there was a future with him under Ten Hag, but he did struggle a lot against Brighton. But so did Varane and Lindelof. I thought they were terrible. McFred, again, we can blame Maguire, we can blame all our centre-backs and full-backs, but our midfield is the main problem in this team. Too much pressure onto our defence. McFred, they're just not good enough. We don't have a proper defensive midfielder. That would have been Matic. Ralph took him off for some reason. And we're supposed to be better defensively with McFred. We're supposed to be better. But look how wide we look in the midfield. Look how open we look in the midfield. They can't track their runners. They're not good at all, McFred. They're not. And look, I've said it plenty of times. I think Fred suits a Ten Hag system when he has a proper defensive midfielder behind him. But even Fred, there's too many inconsistencies in his game, and he just may not be the right player. And this is why Van der Beek, I think, will be a player who'll be used next season under Ten Hag. He knows Van der Beek, and he'll be a big player next season for us if he plays. And look, Bruno, a player that was poor against. The thing is, the whole team was poor. Cavani came on. Yes, he was a bit better. Cavani, but he's been non-existent this whole season. Pogba's going to go in the summer. Lingard is going to go. Against Palace, what's to be expected? I don't know because we need a win against Palace if we want to get Europa League. Sancho, look, he's been okay this season, but not what we expected, and I think it's just affected our whole team. You see the mentality, these players jogging back. You see Lindelof in the game versus Brighton jogging back at times when he's getting run over. He doesn't try. It's like our team is like, okay, I didn't get that. Let him do it. There's just they're not culpable of their mistakes, this whole team. And that's it. None of these players are good enough, in my opinion. I think we need positions everywhere in midfield, at fullback most likely, at right back or left back. I don't know if Luke Shaw's going to be back to his best. Wan-Bissaka for me is not good enough. Lindelof again defensively. A lot of people were blaming our fullbacks versus Brighton, but if you saw Varane, I mean the positioning, we were pressing up high. So of course, look, when you're pressing up high against a team that's good at pressing and they play good football in possession like Brighton do, you're taking a big risk because there's a chance they might play a good back heel, they may play good triangles that will get past our defence. And we saw it, Lindelof played up high, he got run over, happened to Varane as well, playing poor touches when Brighton was pressing our defence. And that's where we struggled against Brighton everywhere. Look, there's always a risk to play a high line. There's always a risk, especially when some of your players might not have enough pace. Lindelof doesn't have that much pace, but he's good on the ball. Him and Varane have a decent partnership, but he's still not quick enough to deal with that, especially with Brighton's press and they play so many triangular passes against us. I mean, it just went completely past us. How many chances did they create in that game? So many passes in between the lines, triangular passes. I mean, there are times Varane and Lindelof were trying to tackle and press up high so they could win the ball back, but none of those interceptions ever happened. The interceptions, the tackles were not coming our way. Elanga was struggling with Cucurella the whole game against Brighton. And Elanga, again, is a player who I think should go out on loan next season, because I think, look, yes, he might be used under Ten Hag. He's a pressing player. He does track back. He does all the job there, but he's still a young player. And I don't know what to think next season. I hope we get loads of players in the summer. I hope we get loads of players, because some of these players are not good enough. The budget, we'll have to wait and see. 150 to 200 million, I'm thinking. The reports keep saying that he's going to have a big budget for the summer, and he's going to need one, because Ten Hag, we know about Ten Hag. He's going to assess this team, and hopefully he gets given the responsibility to get rid of the players that are simply not good enough in his system. We know what Ten Hag is going to do next season. He's going to play how he wants to play. Whether it's a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, we know whatever formation it is, it's going to be attacking football, high pressing, high intensity. Fred suits that, Elanga suits that, Bruno suits that. Look, even the thing is, even Delo and Telles suit that, but they're just a liability defensively. They are, and it's not just them though. Maguire's been poor this season. I still think he's not good enough, Maguire, anyway. Partly the reason why our defence has been poor is because our midfield, and that's it. Yes, it shows off the defensive frailties that our defensive players have anyway. But look how many times Varane has looked worse than he has under Real Madrid. It's because our midfield isn't good enough. There's not enough cover. There's not enough defensive actions from our midfield, and that's why we lost a couple of games, loads of games this season, and that's it. So, guys, let me know what you think about next season. Are we going to get Europa League? Should Ronaldo stay at Man United? Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.